I'm doing this
Yeah.
on my new laptop, so.
Oh, cool, man. Yeah, I'll talk to you in a while, man. How you been?
All right, just really busy.
Yeah.
I
So I've heard.
forgot about the show and spent the last hour getting it ready because I had been working on homework all day.
Oh man.
So
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. It's hard at work.
yeah,
No problem.
writing directives and shit.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right.
Sounds fun.
All right. Just okay. So the stream's going. We got audio going. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't some kind of echo or anything.
Yeah, no problem.
Let me see. So I adopted a Chihuahua. There's that.
Oh, that's cool. What kind of is it like a recent like I don't know like I don't say like new, but it's like a kind of like a 2 year old or something like that.
No,
1 year
it's
old.
8 year old.
Oh, jeez. Almost at end of life.
Yeah. Well, I thought I would do it. See, they weren't. I got her from the ASPCA, but honestly, it seemed like they weren't even taking good care of her.
Oh,
We brought her home. She had to go to the bathroom, and then she hadn't eaten. She needed a bath, and like the food that they gave her to feed us, she hated. So we
hmm.
just gave her some normal Beneful that we give our other dog, and she loved it. And I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, that's really odd. Like you would think that they would take better care of it.
All right, one sec. Let me. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I need to set up the. Just gotta get the intro and outro ready so we can start.
Yeah, sure.
You guys might hear the intro or outro if I can't catch it in time.
No problem.
No, I caught it. No, no, I didn't. Thought I did. No, no, I didn't want you to do that. Bad. VLC can be kind of stupid sometimes.
Oh yeah, forgot about it.
No, what? All right, all right. Have it your way. Okay. Stupid thing. All right.
It's manic meat. What's up, man?
What's up, Manic Meat? One second, man. We're gonna start in a moment. Now we're gonna be kind of disoriented because I had to spend. That's kind of odd. I set up the chat, but it's just. Hmm. Let me fix the chat real quick. Give me a second to do that
Oh yeah, no problem.
because I set it up so we could. It's embedded in the chat, but it just doesn't look right.
I mean, I can see it pretty good so far, but I don't know. Maybe on your end it looks different.
Well, it's not.
Unless they,
It's
yeah.
not. You see it on the stream itself.
Oh right, yeah, yeah. I see what you mean.
Let me open Restream and check the settings so we can get it looking nice for you guys. That way you can actually, because right now you can't even really read it.
I gotcha.
It's been a while since iTunes. Still listen to you guys on podcasts every week. Well, I've
Oh,
tuned
thanks,
in
man.
live. Well, yeah, I really appreciate it, man. I don't know why you guys keep doing it.
Yeah, I mean, the Sea of Thieves thing just came out today, so I'm gonna try it out later on. So hopefully, play a session with any of you guys.
I have a different game to talk about actually. Yeah, it might be. You might be kind of surprised, but
Oh, interesting.
let me see. Let's make this. Ooh, too big. Too big. Let's make it 180 scale. Copy. What's up, Psychotron? We're gonna get started
Hey,
soon. I just want to fix the chat.
what's up, Psychotron?
Uh, where's the chat? There it is. Save. Okay. Oop. Did that fix it?
Mm,
Test. Well, they made the scale bigger.
Yeah, I mean, looks. I can't really see it too much on my end, but maybe on yours it looks a little clearer. Little chat box.
It's like, let me. There we go. We need to do that.
Yeah, it looks
There
pretty
we
good.
go. Okay, it's gonna look a lot better in a moment. Hang on, damn it. Uh, okay. What's it? Uh, uh. Test. Now, how's that? That's much better, isn't it?
Yeah, looks good. Looks good.
And now, of course, it just said me talking about 5 times. Just because I'm a stickler, I'm going to change it just a little bit more because it's a little too big.
Yeah, do what you need.
Okay, there we go. That should be good. That should be good. Let's get started now before we spend an hour working on the chat box. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I'm doing this on a new laptop, so I had spent the last hour setting everything up. So it takes time, unfortunately. And also, unfortunately, that means I didn't really have time to do show notes, but we do, unfortunately, how many times can I use the word, have a lot of sources to go through. And some news, there was some news this week, so we'll get to it. All right.
Yeah.
You ready to go?
Yep, I'm ready to go, sir.
All right. I am going to start recording. Oh, you're going to play PUBG or Sea of Thieves after this? Cool. Okay. I'm going to start recording now. Welcome to Xbox Uncut. My name is Jason, and I'm hosting. I know. And I'm here with Will. What's up, Will?
Hey, what's up? What's up? How you guys doing tonight?
They're doing awful. They're here. No, self-deprecating jokes. It's the way to go. But I'm doing this on a new laptop, so I'm happy about. And I have to say it because I spent $1,200.
Wow.
Bought it for school though. But yeah, I'm happy to be back. I know I've been gone for a little while.
Yeah.
And we have some people joining us live, which is always great too. Psychotron, Manic Meat. There's some other people too, but I can't really see them right now because the restream chat doesn't show me the exact people that are in here. But other than that, how's your week been, Will?
Pretty good, man. It's been going pretty quick, actually. So I'm surprised we're already at Friday. So, but lots of good news, man. Lots of good Xbox news. So I'm really happy about that. At least we kind of like the train's kind of chugging along now.
Yep. And I mean, before you know it, it's going to be fucking E3 again. I mean, it's kind of crazy. I mean, it's not too long from now. It's really not. But if I can keep saying but, let's get to the news. Oh, I should say first, Will be joining us, or Will.
I'll
God
join
damn
you
it.
twice.
He's going to join twice. Steph will be joining us at some point, hopefully. He has said that he had to. He was told. You're not asked. You're told by your wife to go pick up his son, I believe. So hopefully he'll be back soon and he can join us. But in the meanwhile, let's get to some news.
See, I think he wants to secretly play PUBG.
I do too. I think he just blew us off and said, "Fuck y'all." How about Tom Clancy's The Division 2 being announced?
Yeah, that was a great announcement, man. I mean, not so much great. It's just very surprisingly cool, you know.
Yeah. Does it seem kind of odd though to break something like that? I guess it's. I guess it's now starting to become normal to announce games individually outside of E3 because everything gets drowned out. But I don't feel like there was that big of it. It was so unexpected, you know,
Right.
just out of nowhere. Not it's a bad thing. I mean, it's going to be at E3 anyway. But
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think any game that can put their name out, uh, when they can, like between announcements, because excuse me, because a lot of stuff goes on throughout the year, and even during E3, like you said, a lot of their news will get drowned out. So at least go ahead of it, the news cycle for the E3, and just kind of have people know what to expect and blow them away at E3. So that's a cool strategy. I don't mind it, and I like that they kind of also um, went into the other stuff with the current division builds. So they're gonna update that. I know you're gonna mention that though, so I'm gonna leave that up to you.
oh, you go ahead, man. It's two
Yeah.
man
So,
show. It's two man show. You
oh
do
yeah,
you do
yeah.
you.
Oh, thanks, man. So yeah, it's gonna be updated with enhancements for the Xbox One X. Apparently, it's gonna have a 1080 60 mode and also a 4K mode. It looks like they're shooting for April, so that should be interesting. Uh, Besides that, I mean, I've been playing it like a little like here, a little there. But the game still looks amazing, even though like at 1080 right now, it looks because the Xbox One X boosts the resolution to the maximum, and has the filtering, the texture filtering, and it doesn't have the tearing as well as the VSync, so it looks quite good already. So I'm gonna be shocked to see probably how it looks in 4K because I can't imagine it looking any better. It's just crazy. It has a lot of cool effects going on, I think it has volumetric fog, but I might be wrong on that one. I think it has just cool fog, and like the lighting is amazing.
Could be volumetric. There's some games that have them right now in this generation.
Mm,
I believe Forza has it.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, it could. um, I might play. I'm having this problem right now with my Xbox where I kind of don't play anything that's not enhanced, which is kind of terrible.
It's hard,
Because
man, going back.
yeah, especially when you play a game at 4K and you go back and it's just like, uh, I spent
Yeah.
$500. I don't want to play this.
Yeah, that's true, man. I've been playing like Mass Effect Andromeda, and I've played it also on the Pro, and it looks amazing on there because they actually enhanced it and it has the checkerboarding. And when you go back to the Xbox One X version, I mean, it doesn't look bad at all. It actually still looks quite good because that's the HDR, but the sharpness just is just not there. So I feel like you have to kind of get into a certain like kind of like a mindset. Just play certain games that have like 1080p and below, and you should be able to cope well. Then you could do 4K, but you have to do 4K all the time then, like and adjust your eyes and stuff.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. I can't say I'm extremely excited for the Division 2. I feel like the game has a lot of potential,
Hmm.
but I kind of felt like the first one was kind of sallow.
Yeah, it
If I could
dropped the
say
ball.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely
If
dropped the ball. Yeah, go ahead.
well, I was gonna say it felt very MMOs, like where
Mhm.
you were fighting a lot of the same enemies or doing a lot of the same quests. Maybe that was just me, or maybe I didn't get far enough into it. But I kind of felt like no matter where you went in that game, it was just you were doing the same thing. You just happened to have better weapons, and
Hmm.
or there were stronger enemies. Um,
Yeah, it did kind of get repetitive. I mean, they do offer, they kind of vary the missions, but the enemy types weren't like crazy varied up because you can only fight so many types of humans, So it's not like in Destiny we have different types of aliens and stuff.
yeah.
So it's kind of because it's the realistic thing. So it's hard to really, besides making some crazy like I don't know armors or some being very creative with just human people. It'll be hard to make it look too different.
Well, not to get psychological on it, but I think people focus when they think of like having diverse enemies, they think too much of the actual visual representation rather than the emotional background, as in like why a faction is doing what they're doing, can have
Hmm.
more of an effect on what I think about this faction rather than how they look. You could make them look as
Yeah.
cool as you want, but if their backstory is as sallow as they're just the enemy, then why do you care? You know.
Yeah. That's true.
Um, Now, if they introduced this, like for instance, there's a faction in New York where it's just, um, there was New Yorkers that banded together to push out the agents,
Hmm.
and they got their guns together and they just fight the agents off to get them out of their city. That would be an interesting kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, or
Um,
like counter agents or something.
yeah, exactly. It doesn't just have to be. All of these guys wear the same metal armor or some bullshit.
Right.
All these guys
Yeah.
wear chrome. Okay. Um,
Yeah. I mean, I like the game systems were actually pretty cool. I like the way you move and like hide behind cover. The guns felt really good. The loot is pretty awesome, like the way it handles it, especially now because I don't know how much has changed since the original, but it does um, seem well adjusted as far as just what kind of guns and attachments. It's only really limited by like the imagination, because it's like you get in certain types of guns and with it's like realistic, but it's not like like we said, it's not like sci-fi, so you can only kind of stretch it so far. I mean, it does have a futuristic technology, but it's not like crazy like future stuff, so you can only go so far with it. But I mean, it's a cool game. I would definitely, if for those who kind of fell off of Destiny, I would definitely recommend this type of game. If you're not playing Monster Hunter already, those are two perfectly good games that are like great MMO substitutes.
Manic Meat. I think this is a great point to bring up before we move off of this. I think
Mm.
the Division Two. Well, this is what Manic Meat said. I think the Division Two won't be New York. It'll be some other location worldwide. I wouldn't mind seeing Hong Kong.
Yeah, I was going
Uh,
to say China actually. That's a
yeah.
good pick.
I think London would be too alike with New York, although it'd be cool to see London.
Hmm.
Um, and there's some good Eastern European Prague uh, stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that, or even uh, Dubai might. I don't know if Dubai could be good, but I
yeah, that'd be
think
interesting.
Hong Kong would be a good choice, a really good choice, or
Yeah.
Tokyo, either Hong Kong or Tokyo. Although Tokyo might be out because going by what I've heard from Forza, uh,
Hmm.
making maps of Tokyo, like getting like track laser scanning and stuff like that, is apparently extremely difficult right now. So I think it has something to do with the government or
Uh,
what they're
they don't
charging
want
for it.
to. They don't want to reveal too many secrets.
I guess, yeah. You don't want to reveal those winding, drifting roads. Um, but let's. I swear, I'll stop saying but.
But also,
Instead,
Psychotron mentioned. You said Ubisoft better bring Splinter Cell E3. Yeah, I agree, man. That'll be. I think everyone's been waiting for that announcement for like since last year when it was rumored.
yeah, Splinter Cell would be cool. Let's move on to State of Decay 2 coming out May 22nd, and it's going to be $30 or $50 for the Ultimate, and the Ultimate will have DLC included,
Mm.
two DLCs. Well, what did you think? Did you watch any of the State of Decay 2 videos?
Oh yeah, I saw the teaser one at first, which was good, and then the 24-minute one, which is really interesting too. A lot of similar things that you've seen from the first ADK, except you see a lot of the co-op going on. And but the one thing that kind of bothered me was the colors of the group were a little funky looking. Like it wasn't like the same colors as like the E3 trailer from last year. So it's kind of almost like alternate outfits for like each character. But I mean the graphics look pretty decent. I mean it's not bad at all. I mean and the price, like you said, is pretty quite good. If you guys feel so bad about the pricing, you can always get the deluxe edition, so you could get pretty much everything, so you won't feel so bad about the price. But I do understand why people are leery of like a lower price because it always seems like the game will have like of a lesser quality, like similar to Recore or something. So I understand the fear.
Or as Psychotron says, or free with Game Pass. Although that is extremely deceiving because Game Pass isn't free.
Yeah,
But it's not deceiving because it is free with the Game Pass. But I love it.
included with Game Pass, I guess,
Yeah.
is more accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And God, that was a brilliant decision to make because it. A lot of people might go, yeah, but you're losing on sales. But you know the amount of people they could probably get with a Game Pass now, like the
Oh
amount of
yeah.
money they can get off people. Um, but with State of Decay 2, I watched some of the footage. I was not able to watch all of it, unfortunately.
Mm.
But what I
It's
did
pretty
watch,
long.
I liked. I mean, the animation still look a little janky,
Hmm.
but I guess that's kind of State of Decay. Uh, it would have been nice if it was improved a bit, but other than that, it looks brilliant. I can't wait for that game. It looks exactly what I wanted it to be.
Yeah, the animation is definitely like I feel like even the animations are like very like it has its like its own style. Like it's like a stylized animation that only like the Undead kind of is known for. So it's very unique in that way. I mean, it's not necessarily bad or good. It's just the way it is, you know. So, but yeah, like it is a little janky, but you know we still have a little bit to go. So I'm just glad we have like a couple games in the roadmap already, just to know where each lies. We got Sea of Thieves coming soon, and then we got State of Decay, and we're getting a little information on that. So it's going to be a great lead up to E3 at least.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, it sucks that these games were delayed, but at the same time, it's nice to have the front of the year
Mm.
loaded up. I mean, it's the same thing Sony's done.
Right.
Game got delayed, and all of a sudden, people are like, "Well, look, Sony's got this huge game at the beginning of this year." Yeah, but they lost it at the end of last year. Uh, and I mean, there isn't too much to say about State of Decay 2. It is interesting that they already have DLC in mind, but I mean, when do they not? Um, do you think? I know a lot of people were saying bad things about it being 30. I'm
Mhm.
fine with that though. I don't I don't think it needs to be a $60 game.
Yeah, I mean, I expected it to be $60 because they were referring to it as a AAA game, and I believe it is. But the $30 is it's an amazing value. Even like I don't even hesitate to pre-order it because it's such a like a low price of entry. So, to complain about the low price is like I said, it's understandable because to be a little leery of it because you kind of always like have a little side eye. I'm like, why is this game a little cheaper? But I mean, I guess what they're trying to do is get the more people in the seats with this one, and then kind of maybe add more. I'm sure they're gonna add a lot of content to this game as far as like post launch. So maybe they'll have like a snow area or something like that, or maybe like a little season thing. So there's definitely a lot of potential to bring more content to the game that doesn't necessarily bank on just the first price that you're gonna buy it for.
I mean, the thing I like most about the price being lower is it means there's going to be more people playing the game, and especially
Exactly.
with it being free with Game Pass. So it's going to make the communities for these games a lot bigger. Same with Sea of Thieves. Like it was that is the other big thing, other than being able to get a lot of people on their subscription service, to the ability to increase the communities on this game, just a huge amount. Um,
Yeah, that seems to be their strategy for that one. Like you said, like I think Greenberg even mentioned that on his
well, they see it with other parts of their they see it with other parts of their company, like Office and all that. They see
mm,
that while people that bought Office, I mean, there was quite a few people that bought Office. It makes more money for them than Windows, but the subscription service was insane. Like people
mm,
just jumped on it, like an insane amount. So it just.
oh, definitely.
Although one nice thing for everyone, uh, I don't think they mentioned anything about loot boxes.
Yeah, I mean it could be possible, but I doubt it. Maybe I think they'll just stick to like the DLC and maybe like if little DLC items, but I don't think there'll be loot boxes or anything like that.
I'm not
And
sure what you would put in loot boxes for this game, but I
unless
guess
it's like
weaponry.
cosmetics or like
Yeah,
maybe little weapons, but that's all I can think of.
yeah. I'm interested to see more about this game. I'm going to be honest. I haven't been able to read too much into the news, so we're not going to be as in depth this podcast.
Mm,
Um, I I don't know if it was mentioned. It would be nice to see a variety of weapons, like with different stats and stuff, to have some kind of looting system
yeah.
or a loot system. But we're going to see. I'm going to have to go read in. Hopefully, next podcast or a podcast in the future where we get more information about State of K2, we can see more about that.
Yeah, iGen's thing is gonna be a whole month, so we're definitely gonna get like a lot more info before then.
Yeah.
Do you want to address Manic's question with this one?
Let me see. Are you talking about the with State of K2 in May? Are you guys? What are your guys' predictions for Crackdown? Do you think before E3, after, canceled? Um,
Well, I hope it's not
I
canceled.
don't think it's canceled. It's not canceled.
No.
I think it's going to be after E3. I think it's going to be a summer game. I think it's going to be July or August. Probably July. There's
That'd
a
be
chance
interesting.
it could be November, but if I were Microsoft, I would have it July, middle of July, where it doesn't have to compete with too much stuff, and it can be a really good, summer game. And then you can have the next Forza in September, and then whatever big game they're announcing at E3 for the end of this year. You know,
Yeah,
what do you think
I
of
agree
that?
with you. Yeah, I think I would actually like to have like a June time, like you said, like a little after E3 or maybe I
Well,
doubt they'll do it before it.
they're gonna have. Let's see. So Sea of Thieves. When is Sea of Thieves? April.
Yeah, April. Let's see, look it up.
Oh, so Sea of Thieves and State of Decay are about a month apart, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
Yeah, State of K is the March 20th, I believe. Yep.
okay.
So
So and then, yeah, they could do June, but I would rather July to spread it out a bit more.
mm.
July or August. Uh, which makes your point moot. Don't argue with me, sir. Uh, yeah, it's unfortunate that they weren't able to get Sea of Thieves out in maybe March or February. Would have been a bit better there.
Yeah, that's true. It would have been good to have a little earlier, but I mean, so far it's okay. Let me see. March, you got April, May. So today is what, May 22nd, right?
Yep.
Uh, so yeah, I think it would have been nice to have cracked on in April actually, yeah, but that way it had all 3 months filled before E3.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, there's always more time for them to announce stuff, but yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a while until we get more new information on that one.
Let's see. You all right if we move on?
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
Master Chief Collection Development Update number 2. Going by the comment.
Yeah, I read the
uh,
whole update thing. Yeah.
what they mentioned a feature wish list that they mentioned. They pointed out themselves, which was a custom game browser,
Mm-hmm.
Halo Reach, additional and expanded Spartan customization, which I don't think that's coming. Halo 3 HT Firefight. I think custom game browser is realistic. Halo Reach is realistic. Halo 3 HT Firefight's realistic. UI and menu refresh is realistic. The new XP ranking progression, additional expanded Spartan customization. I don't think that's realistic.
Did they mention the ODST firefight?
Yes.
Oh, that would be awesome. That's what the thing that was missing in one of the coolest multiplayer things they had.
Yeah. That would be an easier thing to add than adding
Mm.
new depths to the actual menu systems and
Yeah.
customization. File share, file browser. Uh,
Mm.
I don't know. Let's see on that one. Add Halo 4's missing content. And a party up system. A party up system, I think, is definitely realistic. Probably going to
Yeah.
get that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Let's see. Was there any other part of this that you thought was worth mentioning? The Xbox One X enhancement. We know that's coming.
Not really. I mean, it was just kind of an update on what they were planning to do. I mean, nothing's really concrete yet as far as dates, but they said they were trying to go for a quality first, not like a timing thing. So it looks like they're taking their time with this, which is the smart thing to do considering they kind of should have done it in the first place like that. But I'm glad they're addressing all the issues. And the only thing I kind of want for me is I'd like for them to get rid of the terminals tied to Halo Waypoint because that was very odd and clunky, and like I wouldn't want to like depend on the internet just to read terminal information because it has a lot of good info on there as far as just like the what do you call it the precursors. I don't know if the precursors, but I think it was the what do you call it, the other ones, Prometheans, whatever you call them.
Yeah.
Totally forgot. That's how for some reason I'm blanking out now. But yeah, those on that race, the Promethean race. So they had a lot of good info there that I think even is not in the books. I mean, if it is, then maybe I'm just kind of blanking. But yeah, that's only the fix I would really want from that.
I'm kind of on the line whether or not in Halo 6, I would like to see more of the area, like non-combat areas where it was more about storytelling.
Hmm.
Um, but it would be nice to have, and rather than terminals, like areas that you go into, maybe even if they're voluntary or optional, where
Hmm.
you go into and you take part in a conversation about the forerunners or something like that. You know,
Yeah, there you go, Forerunner.
story building.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, just have like a better way to access that type of information because I think, like you said, I think Halo 3 had that in the terminals as well, but it was in game. It wasn't like Halo 2 or I forget how was it 2 that had the one side to Waypoint. I think it was, but I'm not 100% on that.
It was something like that.
Yeah, it's all a blur. It's a blur.
Yeah, it's a blur by now. Let's see. Hellblade's the newest sacrifice coming to Xbox One, according
Yes.
to Taiwanese game software rating regulations website. It's too much to say. Yeah, I mean, it's always good to see. More games is better.
Yeah, yeah. So it's only a matter of time. I mean, most people knew it was the time, but it was just a matter of when it's going to hit Xbox, and hopefully it has enhancements as well, because there are certain titles that come to Xbox and they're just kind of just regular. But I guess depends on the support of the the engines. So we'll see.
Let's see. What else do we got up here? Phil Spencer says, I like the E3 plan this year.
He
Doing
says that
some
every year, though.
yeah, no. Doing some different things, which I think will be good. I think we have to continue to evolve, excite, learn, and get better. That feels like a company line. I feel like we will do all of these this year. I mean, I I I think people are going kind of fucking crazy with the whole. But where's the games? I mean, we're gonna get games. Don't fucking be stupid about it.
Yeah.
Or this idea that like, but look what Sony had last year. Like, okay, I mean, I get it, but you know, honestly, what did Sony have as far as actual first party exclusives?
Mhm.
I mean, if that's what we're talking about here, if you want to talk about third party, all right, Sony had a huge third party advantage exclusive wise. As far as first party goes, not so much. But a lot of people don't want to talk about that. And as far as this year goes, I mean, what Sony's got, for one, Sony announced a shit ton of stuff super early.
Mhm.
But what do they got? Spider Man this year, God of War, Detroit Become Human. Is there anything else that we know is this year from Sony? I mean,
Uh,
no concrete is this year.
no, I mean, besides, yeah, like you said, where is it? Detroit and God of War. I mean, this Spider-Man, which looking maybe like September, maybe. Who
Yeah,
knows?
I think that's going to be their big game this year.
Yeah. But besides that, yeah, it's a. I mean, it's a good year for them either way.
No,
But
it's
it's
not a
just
bad year.
yeah. For E3, I'm very curious as to what they're gonna show. I think it might be definitely like Death Stranding, gameplay. Maybe it's called Last of Us. Most of the stuff they already announced, basically, I'm expecting. Maybe like a surprise or two, but I don't expect megatons like the way they've have like the past couple years.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just look at their past few couple shows where it's just the same. It's the same games over and over. But that's
Hmm.
what happens when you announce so many so early.
Yeah, pretty much.
Psycho's wrong. He said that's three big ones there. I mean, sure, and of course that's three big ones there. But I mean, Crackdown 3, State of Decay 2, Forza Horizon 4 this year, Sea of Thieves, and hopefully we get some games announced at E3. But it's not like we have a terrible year.
No,
Not like last year.
no. I mean, there's still stuff to announce, like the Forza Horizon 4 thing. I don't know if Ori's gonna be this year. I hope so, but it's looking kind of doubtful. Um, but yeah, I mean, the lead up to E3 is always going to be like, with Phil saying stuff and people getting outraged by Phil saying stuff and, the usual cycle. At this point, but at this point, I've taken a little bit more of a cynical view of Xbox's stuff because past few years, I just feel I mean, it's not like they've had like terrible E3s or anything, but it has always felt like a little undercurrent of like underwhelmingness. It's not like a word, but I always felt like a little underwhelmed of not having like a big megaton game that's never like showing up at the end of the show. Like last year they had Anthem, and I was like, oh man, it was just a cool game, but I wish they had like a good megaton first party. But with so many rumors, it's like it's it's kind of ripe for like really good reveals this year. So I'm just kind of hoping at this point they deliver like big.
I mean, we know of studios working on stuff for them. We know there's a high chance Playground Games is working on a Fable game,
Mhm.
and stuff like that. So it's a lot of because when you argue against people like this, a lot of them will bring up Death Stranding. A lot of them will bring up stuff that's we know is not even what is it? It's 2 years out from now, which is pretty fucking insane. But you
Yeah.
know, it's kind of hard to compare them when one now refuses to announce anything before 6 months it's going to launch, and one that will announce anything like immediately almost. You know?
Yeah, I think most people are just kind of waiting for Phil to like cash in his chips finally because
Yeah.
he's been like it's been a lot of talk and we just kind of expect him to show finally his hand and see what they're actually planning to do for the next couple of years because I mean generation's not over yet, so there's still at least a couple of years left. So we kind of, for me, I kind of want to see what's left in the last couple of years of the system because if you want to just show the games that are ahead of the gate, it's not. I mean, it's cool, but I still want to play games that I want to, that are kind of within the next couple of years, not like too far off.
Yeah. Especially games where I hate to keep picking on Death Stranding, but goddamn. Like the trailers, like the trailers have caught me like visually and the way they tell a story, but
Hmm.
they haven't really explained to me what it is.
Yeah,
But I mean that's kind of the point. It's Hideo Kojima.
yeah, he
Um,
likes to do that sort of thing.
but I want to be interested in why I should play the game. But I mean, of course, the argument is it's coming. That is going to eventually come. It could be this E3, it could be next E3, but that will come.
Yeah,
But it's like you mentioned. The problem is we want to see games 6 months, a year, maybe a year and a half, not games that are 3 to 4 years. And Microsoft, they're victims of the same shit. I think
hmm
they did that with Crackdown. They did it with Phantom Dust. They did it with Fable Legends. They did it with shit.
I
Can I
don't know.
remember any other ones? They did it with
Yeah,
Scalebound. They did it with shit.
yeah, I think it covers all the big ones.
And that really fucked them. Like it fucked them badly.
Yeah.
Because the anticipation was so high for them. Um, unfortunately, with Scalebound, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean they have to. I mean they have to show enough to get people excited for the next couple of years, but it'll be interesting to see if they actually show off games that are actually like launch games for the next gen, like let's say like a Fable, or it might be like a cross-gen game. That'll be very interesting if they actually show a type of game like that we don't know it's next gen, but it actually is. So that'll be an interesting move.
I think the thing that annoys me about the whole thing, and I'll end it on this, unless you got some other things to say. The thing that annoys me about the whole Xbox doesn't have games thing is that Microsoft probably this year, they most definitely have the most diverse exclusive lineup. They got the best open world racing game, the best circuit racing game, the best fighting game, the best first person shooter, the best Damn, it's going beyond my head now. But you get what I mean. Like it's not like Sony's got a shit ton of JRPGs. They got a shit ton of like they don't have. I mean, they had Street Fighter Five, but it's not a first party title. Um, but do you get what I mean though? Like, it's it's the Microsoft does have diversity of exclusives, even if it's not that we have a shit ton of big ones now right now. Anyway, and it's not a great argument for this year because the exclusives for this year, Sea of Thieves and State of Decay, are kind of similar in the overall like their online co-op. You know, uh, Crackdown's a bit different, thankfully. But eh. Let's move on to Crash coming to Xbox.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool, man. Finally, it's on its way. Like after that year-long wait. I mean, I knew it was inevitable. It's definitely was not a question. It was just a question of when, similar to Hellblade. So
Yeah, people kind of went crazy over this, so I think it's kind of odd. It's just Crash Bandicoot. Calm down.
yeah, I wasn't combing the internet to see the like any freak out reactions, but it'll be dumb if you're just kind of freaking out over this because it's not an exclusive property. I know Sony helped out with it, but Activision still owns it, so it's not anything to be freaked out about.
Let's see.
I mean, there's also that update on PUBG, which that what do you call it? The roadmap, which is
Damn it,
I
we
mean,
can't keep doing PUBG updates, but I guess we can because
I mean, this
people.
one's pretty big, so it's good.
Yeah.
It's good to know. I
Uh,
mean,
did did you want to expand on that?
yeah. So they wanted to, include emotes, add the map. They want to, improve the animations, um, improve a lot of quality of life controls. A lot of good stuff on the roadmap that really should invigorate the fan base. Because lately it's been a fun game, but it's been kind of behind a lot on, especially on updates compared to the PC version. So I feel like the Xbox people have been kind of left behind in a certain way. So I like that they're also addressing that they feel like the Xbox people are kind of not getting as frequent updates as far as just like compared to the PC version. So that's good to know. Um, I'm looking forward to updates. It's going to be great. The Miramar map is going to come, I believe, soon. They said spring, so hopefully within the next couple months. That should be good. We'll see if they really if they really keep their promise as far as just improving the game's fidelity. But yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully we'll get the stuff sooner than later, and it goes out of preview a little quicker.
Let's see. Bethesda announces new studio in Austin.
Oh, I didn't know about this one.
Hopefully, I don't know if there's any actual information about the studio. Probably not. Hopefully, this is because I want them to work on another Fallout. Damn it. Hopefully it's a Fallout studio.
Yeah. Oh, forgot something. Psychotron says the Chivo list for the PUBG coming as well. Yes, so that's definitely another big one. So that's gonna be really good.
The only thing that sucks about that, and I've had to deal with it with other games that were in beta, like Ark,
Hmm.
is that by the time it comes out for you, the achievements, you're gonna have probably already done everything that would have got you the achievements in the first place. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind that, I guess, because but I know there's certain things that I definitely didn't get, like the chicken dinners yet, so that'll still be a good workout for me. But I know what you mean. Yeah, just you'll have a good bulk, which is good. It'll get your game score up high very quickly, so that's a bonus. But yeah, so
uh,
it's Bethesda in Austin. They have a new studio.
yeah, it's gonna be in Austin, which makes sense.
Oh,
Austin, I think, is pretty big with game development studios right now.
yeah. I think Retro's from there, right? Retro Studios.
I think so. Yeah, but I'm hoping it's a Fallout. I don't know how many times I gotta say this. Co-op Fallout, for the love of God, just do it.
Yeah, I'm surprised that's not a thing already. That's so weird.
I know it boggles the mind. Let's. Do you want to touch Fortnite crossplay with PS4s, PCs, and mobile users, but no Xbox?
Yeah, it's unusual. It's an unusual update considering Xbox wanted to do that before, so it's kind of a weird reverse. It doesn't make any sense, but
It sounds like they just don't want to have. They don't feel like having more than two.
mm, yeah, that could be.
Well, it's funny because they said our friends at Sony. So yeah, this kind of feels like I'm not gonna say it, but you know,
Do they feel betrayed by Microsoft somehow because of the PUBG thing?
no, I think it's a money hat.
Yeah, there's that. That's definitely possible.
It's either a money hat or just they went with Sony. Well, when you say our friends at Sony, I don't know that I could be taking more than that than
Mm,
it is,
yeah,
but yeah, it's pretty fucked. They should at least allow crossplay with Sony's fucking assholes, dude. They just need to allow crossplay, especially with a
yeah,
game like Fortnite. Who the fuck cares? You
yeah. It's
know,
not a huge game. I mean, it is a big game, but it's not like a Call of Duty or anything like that. So then it's
no one that owns an Xbox with Fortnite is gonna go out and buy a PS4 with Fortnite just so they can play with people on PC. That's not happening unless you're
yeah,
really fucking rich and you don't give a shit.
pretty
Uh,
much.
but anyway, that's fucking bullshit. What are you gonna do
Yeah, I agree.
though? And I think that's it. Let me see. I'm just gonna look over see if there's anything else interesting. Um, nope. Okay. Hitman. Well, I guess I say Hitman Blood Money is now backwards compatible.
Yeah, that's that one too. It was a good BC game. They also updated the. I don't know if you guys talked about this last week, but they updated the BC games like Fable Anniversary, Forza Horizon. I mean, I recall kind of talking about that, but I don't remember which one.
I'm
But
pretty sure we mentioned that last
yeah,
podcast, didn't we?
maybe. I still like it though. It's pretty awesome. I can't wait to see them do more of them. I especially want them to do Mass Effect series because that's kind of what everybody wants.
Oh,
Since we're
definitely.
not getting, yeah, if we're not getting remasters, that's like the next best thing.
Crackdown looks insane. It looks
Oh yeah,
absolutely insane. Um, yeah, I would definitely love to see a
yeah,
lot
and
more remastered. Well, it's not even remastered. What do they say? It's just the emulator runs it at the higher settings,
mhm.
which you'd think if it's just that, it'd be more rapid. But I guess it has a lot to do with how the games themselves respond to this.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's games where you let the game loose and it's like running an insane frame rate and it's doing terrible or it's all over the place or
yeah, they definitely have to test them before they put them out in the wild. But yeah, that's pretty cool, man. I'm really glad that they're doing this for these games because certainly these games look really rough, and especially like back in the BCs, like the way it runs it before. I mean, it gives it improvements, but the resolution is never going to be like a way they scale like now, like with dynamic resolution. So this is like awesome, especially for Witcher, because Witcher looks amazing now.
yeah, yeah, definitely. I
Yeah,
wish Microsoft would just do all the first party backwards compatible games and all the
right.
I understand there's licensing like Forzas and stuff like that are going to be hard to get backwards compatible, but games
Hmm.
like Halo,
Yeah.
shouldn't be that hard.
You think they'll do Reach, or do you think they'll remake that one first?
I think Reach is going to come in Master Chief Collection. I think it's going
That'd
to
be
come out
awesome,
at the same time.
man. That'd be so awesome.
Yeah. I think they're gonna try to do a relaunch with Master Chief Collection with the amount of work they're putting into it. I think
Hmm.
they want it to kind of breathe you know, a new life into it. Well, it's still a great collection. It's had issues.
Yeah.
Now, if it's enhanced, I'll definitely play some more of it.
You think they can still call it Master Chief Collection with Reach? It'll
Sure.
be just a Halo collection.
Yeah, yeah. Why not? I mean, it's only it's only one other game that doesn't have Master Chief in it. Not to
Yeah. mention,
mention, by the way, ODST's in it.
Yeah.
And by
That's
the way,
true.
Master Chief is in Reach for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, yeah. I guess depends on which canon you want to. I mean, isn't it like Linda or something? But like, I don't know if they ever cleared that up. Maybe you're right. It's Chief, but
You know, it was meant to be Chief. That's
yeah,
exactly why
yeah,
they did it.
definitely.
Uh, Not to mention the original story of Reach has Master Chief in it, the one they destroyed and did whatever with.
Oh yeah, the
I,
Fall of Reach.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
they have to fix that up. Yeah, go ahead.
I wanted to mention this. Floyd Mayweather Jr. reveals he is working on a boxing game like Fight Night Champions. Good for you, Floyd, because I want another fucking fight night. I wish you all the luck in the fucking world. I really do.
Yeah, it's just gonna be him, and that's it. No other
Yeah, it's just
fighters.
gonna be Floyd Mayweather versus the world.
Yeah, considering his price tag,
Yeah, he's just diversifying, bro. Getting into video game development. Dude, that's a rich motherfucker. Uh,
Oh,
you want to get into what we've been playing?
sure, sure. Yeah, you go ahead first, though. Well, I queue up my.
Uh, I have been playing Need for Speed Payback.
Oh, how's that? That's been on sale, so I figure you picked it up for the sale price.
Yep, $24. I
Not too
like it.
bad.
I think the speed cards are pretty fucking retarded. But I like it. It's fun. I mean, it's believe me, I don't like arcade physics that much, especially when they don't have much depth to them, and Payback does not have much depth to it.
Mm.
Like with Forza, you can feel the different engines running. You can feel when you drive the cars that there's actually something going on in the background that is governing how this car is acting.
Yeah.
And it has depth to it. But in Payback and games like that, not really. I mean, it's not god awful. It's acceptable. And you can have fun with it. That's what matters.
Yeah.
The customization's good. I mean, I think some of the menu system's pretty awful. Especially since some of it just decides not to work sometimes.
Yeah, that's not good.
But yeah, I've been having fun with it. I can't say that I heavily recommend it. I would
Hmm.
say if you just if you're having a dry spell and you want a racing game to play, it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. So,
Well,
and
I'd
I would
almost
only
rather,
buy it.
yeah.
I would only buy it for that either $24 that it is on sale or for cheaper. I wouldn't pay any more than that.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll hit like $10 soon enough.
Yeah.
I'd rather they even return to BC, play, what do you call it, Ridge Racer, or I think it's Ridge Racer, or what's it called? Forgot, it's the one from Bugbear. This is the last one they did. It was, I don't think it's Underground, it's something else. Um, Let me look that up, actually. Unbounded, yeah, Ridge Racer Unbounded. That was a good arcade racer that on 360 that I hope they bring back to BC, and maybe if they update it with enhanced, they'll look awesome. Now, have you played that one?
No. No, I haven't played that one.
It's really good. Let me see. It's Ridge Racer Unbounded. Let me make sure I got the right thing. Yeah, Ridge Racer Unbounded. Yeah, it's a cool game. I definitely like it.
Midnight Club is fucking awesome, Psychotron. Midnight Club was a
Yeah.
badass game. That is a game that needs to be Xbox 360 enhanced.
Oh
That
yeah,
game in
man. Imagine.
4K, holy shit! I would
Yeah.
if they enhance that game. I swear to you, I would buy it. I would literally go out and just buy it.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. When people like they forego the purchase of the Xbox One X for the S, they're missing out on all these like great enhancements that you're just not gonna get with that console.
Yeah, it really is. You can call it a half step, but it really is worth it, if especially with 4K. I mean, it just
Oh yeah,
you get so much out of it.
yeah, exactly. You're kind of even though they're kind of slow with the updates, especially lately. Like there's that as many updates on Resident Evil yet. Hopefully soon because I saw that picture of them visiting Capcom. I mean Capcom visiting Microsoft, so maybe that's part of the package deal they have. Maybe they'll update that one soon. But Yeah, it's kind of a half step because not all the games are 4K, so until the next gen, but you get a nice like selection, like almost like a preview of what next gen might be with all the 4K updates. So it looks amazing these games, especially HDR.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. So
Uh,
what else have
I
you been playing?
guess the only other thing I really played in between all the homework and all this other work, I played a bit of Planet Coaster on my new laptop.
Oh, interesting.
It's a fun game. I played one park scenario so far. I made a pirate park,
Oh.
pirates, animatronics, and shit. Made a lot of money. Had a lot of thieves in my park for whatever reason. I guess because it was a pirate park.
That's always fun.
Yeah, it's fun. The game looks fantastic. The game itself, like, just fantastic job, like
Mm.
graphically and all that. But yeah, I've had fun with that, and I plan on playing some more stuff on my laptop soon, trying out some different things. But haven't had too much time just yet.
Is that like Roller Coaster Tycoon or whatever? It was like similar.
Yes, it was actually it's I don't. It's made by people that worked on Roller Coaster Tycoon. I don't think it's the same development studio.
Mm. Okay.
Uh, but it's a very good game, and it's got a lot of the elements of Roller Coaster Tycoon. So if you're a big fan of Roller Coaster Tycoon, if you've not heard of Planet Coaster, definitely go check out Planet Coaster.
So I'm curious, like, like, what do you get out of it? Like, what's like the funnest thing about like that kind of game?
Well, there's multiple things you can. There's different sides to it. There's the business management side, which some people
Hmm.
get a kick out of that. I'm kind of into that. Uh, there's the building of roller coaster side of it, or just
Hmm.
the visual of building your own theme park.
Okay.
Uh, like for me, when I play Sims, I like to build houses. Seems kind of odd, but it's just something I like to do. But with this game, one really fun thing, and you could do this in older Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, is you can build a roller coaster and actually ride it.
Oh, that's cool. In first person.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm not sure if you can do VR. You probably can, but yeah. Um, but like I said, there's a management side of it. You can research. There's a financial side of it. There's a visual, like building something and having your own park, or even recreating real roller coasters and real theme parks. And
Okay.
there's the ride, the enjoyment factor out of first person riding on a roller coaster.
Oh yeah. So then, how does it compare to like Scream Ride?
Oh no, completely different. Like you're just all you're doing is you're watching. You're literally just watching. You're in first person, going around a roller coaster. It's not like it's nothing like crazy where you get controls and you can do things on
Yeah.
it. It's an experience to watch rather than anything
Yeah.
else.
Okay. Okay. I hear you. It's not a bad little haul there you got.
I think the
Um.
cool thing is they have pre-built coasters that you can make that are real coasters too. Like they have some
Oh.
from Cedar Point. I'm sure they got some from tons of different theme parks, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. Like a virtual recreation of it. That's pretty awesome.
This is kind of off topic, but I watched a YouTube channel called Defunct Land, and it's
Hmm.
really good. And they basically what the guy does is he reviews a not abandoned but shut down theme park
Hmm.
rides, and you can basically make your own defunct land in a way. Like as far as roller coasters go, you could go look up old abandoned or destroyed long gone roller coasters and remake them in the game, and have them again.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
you could make your own defunct land in the game, which is it's awesome. You can't do anything crazy like maybe you can. I mean, let's see how far I get into it, but I don't think you could do anything as crazy as like remaking the Jaws ride,
Yeah.
the original before it was remade. Like
Hmm.
you probably could with the animatronics in that game, but I don't know how scripted you can get just into it. But yeah, it's an interesting game with a lot of depth to it.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Maybe it'll come to console one day. We'll see.
You can
You don't
think
think so?
that. I don't know. It'd be cool if it did.
Okay.
But let me
Yeah, I
see.
mean,
Uh,
City Skylines and Mars game. So you never know. The Jurassic Park game.
Let me see who published. Go if you want to go ahead and start your, because that's all I've played. I'm gonna look up who
Okay.
published this game. See.
All right, no problem. So I've been playing Mass Effect Andromeda. It's taken up most of my time. I've kind of been going back and forth that game, but lately I just been able to like get fully hooked on it. It's a fun game. I really enjoy the side quests and stuff like that, but it is a lot of busy work. So if you're not into uh, having a lot of quests fill up your thing and they get a little repetitive, then you might not have such a good time. But it's similar to Dragon Quest Inquisition. It's just like in space, and with the Mass Effect stuff. So, and I also enjoy the story and the characters. I know a lot of people are dog the game, but I actually like it a lot. And it's what's helping that a lot is because I've only played a portion of the original Mass Effect game, so I don't have that quite high bar to compare it to. So I just have that game in isolation. But it's a great RPG. I really enjoy the story, like the way it's branching onto the different paths and stuff. So definitely a cool game. Besides that, a little bit of PUBG. Play a little bit of Pit People that came out this week. Surprisingly, like it was almost like a stealth release. So Pit People is a good like RPG from the Behemoth who made Castle Crashers and it was Alien Hominid and what's the other one with the 360 game?
Alien
Battle
Hominid
Block
was a
Theater.
360 game.
Yeah, but this was like later on. Yeah, Battle Block Theater. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a good. So it's a combination. Well, not a combination, but it's the same people who had that art style. So it's really. It actually has probably some of the best animation from that studio so far. So it's been a long time in preview, but luckily it's out. Hopefully people will check it out because it's a cool. It's kind of like a strategy RPG that fills in a little void that Xbox needs. So plenty of stuff like that to play now. Um, yeah. Besides that, I tried out some of the HD. The 4K updates on the Fable Anniversary and a lot of stuff. So that stuff is cool. So I've been playing that a little bit. But besides that, mostly Mass Effect.
I also played some of the 4K remasters. I forgot to mention that, but
Mm.
I mean they look fantastic. That's all that really
Oh
needs to
yeah,
be said about it.
definitely.
It was developed, published by Frontier Development, same
Oh,
company as Elite Dangerous,
okay.
and I believe they also did Zoo Tycoon, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah, I think so. So it shouldn't be that crazy if they came over to the consoles. It'd be cool.
Now, Planet Coaster's been out for a little while, so it would be interesting to see them put that on console. It might be a bit. They would have to get the controls right, of course.
Yeah, yeah,
That's,
definitely.
but yeah,
Okay.
I think I figured out what I'm going to name the podcast. Let's do this live.
Planet Coaster.
It's called Evolve, Excite, Learn, and Get Better from Phil Spencer.
Nice.
All right. But unless you have anything else that you wanted to mention, you have any other games you played or?
Trying to recall. I mean, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm trying to see if there's any updates or anything that came up from this week that. Let me just take a quick look. Give me 1 second. Look at the store, see if there's anything. Um, oh well, Turok came out, but I think they're a little bit much. I think they're like $20, so I'm gonna hold off on that. Darkest Dungeon came out this week. It's looks like a cool game, but I think we'll have to be a little cheaper too. But that's pretty much all I can think of. I mean, I don't really. That's all I've been playing. Pretty much just Mass Effect and enjoying it. So
Yeah, and honestly, before we end this, speaking of too expensive, that Burnout fucking Paradise.
uh, how much is it? Like $40?
Yeah,
Oh man,
I'm not paying $40 for that game. I'm
no, I
sorry.
don't. Yeah, $20 max.
Yeah, that's an insane price. I don't know what the hell they're thinking. Well, I guess they're not
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
well, other than that, I think we're good to go.
Yes, sir. It's a
Well,
good episode.
let me bring up the outro.
I
Probably
guess
have
Steph.
that ready.
Well, Steph's still playing PUBG, so.
Yeah, Steph blew us off. What a fucking asshole. But anyway, thanks for everyone coming out. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Thank you for everyone that came out live. Definitely.
Yes, sir. Thanks,
And thank you for
Cybertron.
your questions.
Mad at me.
Most
You guys
definitely.
are good. Yep.
If you'd like to write us, letters at xboxuncut.com. And you guys have a very good night.
Yep. Enjoy your night, guys, and enjoy your Sea of Thieves weekend. And also, what's the other one? It's like a battle royale game.
For,
Uh,
PUBG,
uh,
Fortnite, what?
no, Darwin Project. Sorry, yeah, that came
Darwin
out too
Project.
this
Okay.
week for preview. Yeah, at Deep Rock Galactic. So all those three games.
All right. See you guys later.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Interruption. I'm getting a call from Steph.
Oh man.
Let me get Steph in here for 5 seconds and we'll end it again.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
want to do it. It'll be great.
They want to like trick him, like, oh, we're still on the show, and just it's already ended.
Skype. 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 Would you like to work for me, Skype? That would be very nice.
Oh, man,
Thank you.
Steph's
Add
been-
people to this call. Where is Steph? Deal with me for a second, people. I want to get Steph in here. It's gonna be funny. This is the after show.
Yes.
Well, the second I did that, it killed my mic. So I'm sorry, guys.
Yo.
Skype sucks. Can you hear me?
Yo, what's up, Steph?
Well,
Can you hear me?
this is great. This is awesome.
Steph. Uh-oh. Mic stopped working.
Tell him
Hey, Steph,
it's
can you hear me?
the end of the show
Oh.
and to say goodbye. Oh, he left. You know what? Fine. We'll just end it. We'll just end it. God damn it. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Continue the outro. All right. Thanks for everyone for coming out. Really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a nice night. It seems like Skype is really having being a bitch with my mic, so thankfully we got through the podcast. So you guys have a very nice night. I'll talk to you later.